dismissed every accomplishment I've made. You've talked about my father. Well, you call me an entitled millennial, I call you a carny succubus, because the dirty secret about you, the dirty secret is you need this generation more than it needs
What
you.
up, y'all? It's KMB, the Sexy Ninja, in the place to be for our Paper Saber universe. I'm trying to grab my notes. We're talking about Collision in El Paso, Texas. Okay. May 31st, the last day of May. We're now in June. Oh, yes. Nigel and Tony on commentary. A lot of stuff has happened before I even watched this show. Like, I had a lazy day, and I was like, you know what? Oh, wow. Sorry, I had the burp. R-Truth was let go by the WWE. He was released. Carlito. Valhalla. Miz took everything WWE related off his Twitter or X, whatever. It's like, what is going on? Becky and MJF are in Happy Gilmore too? Ta-dum! The Netflix thing had Rhea, Liv, and Raquel, and Dom, and Punk. And Rhea and Liv kind of get into it on stage, and Punk's like, whoop! You know, so much stuff is going on, but the biggest one was R-Truth. I know I was kind of critical about his whole last match with John Cena and this and that. You know, didn't like it. But the man was funny. The man was entertaining. The man was awesome, man. And everything I've heard nothing but good things about R-Truth. And that's just a fact. Is the man is awesome. Like, you know, he can't say anything else. So it kind of sucks that WWE lost such a talent as R-Truth, who used to make people break on camera. That was his jam, man. It was awesome. You know, now there's so many memories that are popping up on my TikTok and X and everything like that. But Ron Killings will be fine. You know, he'll like, he's so beloved, he will be fine. And who knows, this, you know, I'm more excited now to see what's going to happen on Raw. Is the fans going to hijack the show doing R-Truth chants? You know what I mean? Are they going to be that pissed? Is CM Punk going to say something? It's an interesting time. Like, this was like, whoa, really a shocker to everybody. Even R-Truth put out there like, hey, thank you to everybody. Made it more real. And it's just like, wow, I'm like I said, I'm very interested to see what's going to happen on Monday Night Raw. Is the fans going to hijack the show? We shall see. But we're going to talk about Collision, May 31st, 2025, the first match of the night. I think this was a qualifying match. I don't know. They got so many things going on. Oh, wait, no, this was a qualifying match. No, was it? I don't know. It was a something match. Qualified for something. Claudio versus Commander. Awesome. I enjoyed it. The reason I'm kind of confused is because I was like, let's see. We had Dorada versus Henshinzero tonight. Oh, yeah, were they qualifying for that four-way? Is that what it was? Yeah, the 4-hour Fighter Fest. Oh, my gosh. I don't know how I feel about that. Like, I'm excited for the matches that are on it, but I'm like 4 hours of AEW on TV. All right. I guess I am a sicko. All right. But Claudio gets the win. He'll be in that Fatal 4-Way with Kenny. Damn, who else is in there? Someone else is. I think Brody King's in that match too, right? Yeah. Brody King's in that match. So that's going to be a good one. Hangman, Swerve, and Will package, you know, all from this part happened on Dynamite. And Will's like, we got to unite, bruv. But apparently after Renee gets to Swerve as he's leaving, and this was on a Dynamite, and Will's like, hey, bruv, come on, bruv, me, bruv. And Swerve was like, get the hell out of my face, and they get in a big old fight. So Will's trying to be like, for the sake of AEW's soul, we need to help Hangman. And Swerve is not having any of it, but you know it's going to settle a match between these two. Takeshita, Trent, and Rocky, the Don Callis family. Don goes on commentary versus Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, and Ishii. Hard-hitting. Ishii, man, that dude's a beast. Pitbull. Arrgh. But Takeshita, Trent, and Rocky get the win. No surprise there. Okada versus Anthony Bowens. This was a fun match for what it was. And I don't know why people criticize Okada. I love Okada. I think he's cool. He's the Rainmaker. But Okada gets the win. Nothing too crazy. This Collision, it's just some good wrestling matches. Lexi's with Daniel Garcia, Daddy Magic, and here comes Don Callis, and he kind of calls out Daddy Magic. He's like, why are you with this bum? Yeah, this bum. Why are you with him? And Daniel Garcia's like, he's my mentor. I'm loyal. We got this segment that, god damn, dude, it just dragged. FTR with Stokely. They're basically like an open challenge for their big Grand Slam in Mexico. Atlantis Jr. and Templario. Did I say that right? I hope I did. But, oh my god, this dragged so bad. I'm like, someone end it. End it. We got it. These two teams are going to face each other. I get it. But no, it just kept dragging. When it finally ended, I was like, freaking finally. Get in the fight. Get him out of here. Get FTR out of here. Tony and Monet package. Like I said, I am very excited of this match because of Tony Storm and how they interacted in their face-to-face this week. Mina versus Sky. Mina gets the win. Of course, there's a beatdown. Here comes Julia. Well, Julia was helping with the beatdown, and Tony Storm comes out and tries to save Mina. And that sets up a match with Mina, Tony versus Sky and Julia at Fyter Fest. Yes. Gates of Agony package before their squash match. Because who do you think they won? Max Caster, this was silly. Getting signatures saying, best wrestler alive. And if you sign this, you can take a picture with me. And then he runs away. Literally, that's all it was. My match of the night right here, though. Rush, Dralistico, and Beast versus Top Flight and AR. What are you going to do? What do you think you're going to get? You get awesome, man. You mess with the bull, you get the horns, cabron. Fucking love Rush, man. I want more for Rush. Rush is the shiznit. But, of course, afterwards, he always goes for that cord. After Rush and Dralistico and Beast get the win in this Austin match, goes down, beat down after, and here comes Speedball, here comes Commander. And I will say, when Speedball came out, I'm like, boy, even in street clothes, you are barefoot. Even in street clothes, you have no shoes, you have no socks. It's okay to wear shoes, bruv. It's okay. Like, when he came out for the save, I was like, he was in street clothes. I was like, man, he ain't got no shoes, no socks on. He's like, this is the gimmick, and I am sticking to it. When I'm not in the gear or whatever, I'm sticking to the no shoes, no socks policy. Oh, my God. Oh, so good. We get Mark Briscoe calling out Moxley, and I'm like, I don't want to see that. Then we have Dorada versus Hinchincero. Fun match to close out the night. Dorada, sorry, my notes are all over. But he gets the win over Hinchincero, and that's the way we end the show, man. Yeah. Get your shoes on, Speedball. Hurt yourself. But yeah, that's Collision, May 31st, 2025. Nigel and Tony on commentary in El Paso, Texas. Are you excited about Fyter Fest? 4 hours. Of being elite. So, and R-Truth, nothing but love. Match of the night, Rouge, Dralisco, Beast versus Top Flight and AR. Moment of the night. I gotta say the shoes thing. Because I was laughing my ass off. All right, y'all. Drop those comments below. Hit that like. Hit the subscribe. I give this a solid 3 out of 5 for Collision. Tell me what you thought of the show. Drop those comments below. Show it your grandma. Show it your grandpa. Show it the bum down at Walmart. I am KMB, the Sexy Ninja. And remember that the New World Podcast is for life.
It's Commander. He looks like he's going to spring up. Claudio looks like he's in some pain. On the shoulders. Springboard for the top.